Immerse yourself in the atmosphere of the early 20th century and see what American metropolises looked like back then. In this collection of archival photos from 1910 to 1927, you'll see the vibrancy of cities that were already impressive in their scale and architecture. These unique photos will allow you to feel the spirit of the era and learn how the streets and buildings that witnessed the rapid development of America looked like. Ready to travel back in time? Then look no further. Atlantic City, 1910. Main Street in Memphis, north of Gayoso Avenue, 1910. Louisville and Nashville Station, Florida, 1910. Forsyth Street, Jacksonville, Florida, 1910. People swimming and walking on the beach, Atlantic City, 1915. Grant Avenue after the San Francisco earthquake, 1906. Thompson's Dairy Wagons, Washington, D.C. 1927. Woodward Avenue, Detroit, Michigan, 1917. Cadillac Square, Detroit, Michigan, 1916. Ninth Street, Washington, D.C. 1915. Main Street in Richmond, Virginia, 1905. Fifth Avenue and 42nd Street, New York City, 1910. Broad Street north of Spruce Street, Philadelphia, 1905. View of the Manhattan Bridge from Brooklyn, 1909. Fire on West 55th Street, Broadway, 1915. Fifth Avenue at 51st Street, New York City, 1913. Wabash Avenue, Chicago, 1907. New York Public Library, New York, 1915. Wall Street, New York, 1911. East 5th Avenue, New York, 1913. Manhattan, 1907. Fifth Avenue North, 1913. The New York City Hall Building. Dexter Avenue and the Capitol, Montgomery, Alabama, 1906. Walnut Street, Cincinnati, Ohio, 1910. Washington, D.C. 1913. Broadway and Times Building, New York, 1915. Government Square in Cincinnati, Ohio, 1905. Boston, Massachusetts, 1906. New York, 1905. Grand Central Station and Hotel, Manhattan, New York, 1903. Treasury Buildings, Washington, D.C. 1913. Post Office, Brooklyn, New York, 1906. Washington, 1914. Unfortunately, I have never been to the United States, and it is difficult for me to discuss about the photos in this video, but you, my dear friends who live in the United States, be sure to comment on how the streets and buildings have changed from these photos, and maybe some of them have not changed at all. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.